Hey guys, sorry my camera died, so this is part 2 of Tuesday, September 24th, 2019. There's a little gap when you put the tip back on, so I just press up a bit on the plunger part to get the air out of that part while I'm still holding it vertical, and then I put the cap back on, and then put that down, and then I take my alcohol swab. Make sure you're clean, I just took a bath, so I know my body's clean, and then I alcohol swab the area that I'm doing my injection. I'm going to do it in my leg here, so these are kind of tighter shorts, so I'm just going to take them on. I have long silk shorts on underneath, so it's my exercise pants, and then I alcohol swab with these. I like these little towelette things, because you can really rub the area and clean it where you're going to do your injection. And they're kind of nice for other things. If you want to make sure your hands are clean, you can really get in there and wipe off your hands. It is a little cheaper to buy a bottle of rubbing alcohol. So I do that process too, again, with make sure a little drop comes out so there's no air in the syringe. But yeah, it's a little cheaper to buy a bottle of rubbing alcohol sometimes and just use a Kleenex or a fresh piece of tissue paper. But if you get the free injection kit at places like Sherborne Health Center or Queen West Health Center, I think it's called Central Health Queen West Health, has some kind of weird convoluted name, but they have a safe injection site as well as carrying intramuscular injection kits for trans people. And those are found, unfortunately, it's in combination with the safe injection harm reduction center. So someone such as myself who lives in the area will be seen going into a harm reduction center. I don't know where this range went. I'm guessing. It might have been here. But that's all done. So yeah, you can pick up these safe injection kits, and it's a little package, a little Ziploc bag, and it has everything you need. It has these alcohol swabs, it has the plungers and different tips that you need, it has Band-Aids, and that's your plunger package, and it has a few of them, so you don't have to go all the time, but you'll have at least 4 or 5. And because you take testosterone once a week, that means you have enough for like a whole month. Sometimes they include other things like lube and condoms, and one of mine had like screens for my bong or whatever, And there's other harm reduction items you can get at places like that. So if you need that, you can get your supplies there to have safe injections for other things, other like drugs. So, and also there's other items. If you're uncomfortable going in there and you wanna, there's a hangout space there, for trans people. They had a group for kids on Wednesday nights at the Queen West Center. Not sure if it's still running because I heard about it a couple of years ago. If you want to call in, you could talk to Max. Is a good guy to talk to there, and ask him. He's also trans, so you can go in and chill in the harm reduction area, which is a trans only space sometimes, and then ask about the kids then, or you can. They have other things like toothbrushes, toothpaste, dental floss, soap, hand sanitizers, other bath supplies. You could say, hey, my skin's really dry, I need some hand cream, do you have any of that? And you could say, hey, do you have one of those testosterone injection kits or intramuscular injection kit for estrogen? I need one of those. It kind of can lead you into that kind of conversation, or I need a crack pipe, or whatever it is you need. It's unfortunate it's combined with that because I'm not a drug user, so I smoke weed sometimes, but honestly I haven't for quite some time because I didn't like how it was making me feel, or stopped enjoying it, and just didn't want it. I didn't want to do it anymore, and I wanted it to work more and use exercise and sports more than other methods. So that's something that you can say, hey, I just need a bar of soap, and then when they're entering your sometimes they have to write down your name, and you can also use a different name. Like when I was deciding my name, I was trying different names, so I give different male name, and they just write down the first name and a letter for your last name. You don't have to give full details if you're not comfortable with that. And it's really chill. It's not as controlled as you might think. But again, I'm not so comfortable anymore accessing those spaces, especially now that the street drugs in Toronto have become pretty messed up. The people doing them I see are very messed up, and aggressive and violent generally. Just even walking down the street. Somebody was walking down the street in front of me the other day, and he was just randomly swearing. So and I don't condone that behavior, and I don't want to be affiliated in any way with it. So another option, if you're in Canada, you can go to Shoppers and ask at the pharmacy for intramuscular injection supplies, and the syringe, you get one syringe for $1, so there's a cost to it. So again, if you're in a complicated space where you're disabled or low income or underemployed, you're going to have that expense if you don't feel comfortable being around addiction centers, or maybe you're not comfortable having other people on the street see you go into a space like that. Another option is I volunteered in these spaces where I would get paid work, or leading to getting paid work. So you can tell your friends, if they saw you go in there, you can say, hey, well, I work there. It's very part-time, but I do work there. And that's why I was there that day, and that's an option too if you're interested in helping service providers. There's days that they get together and have a snack together and talk and hang out for an hour or two and put together these package kits. They put the supplies into the Ziploc bags and package them so that they're available to dispense. That's something that people can get involved in, or meal outreach programs. You can work as a volunteer in the kitchen, or be the person distributing food or supplies on certain days, and then that can then lead to paid positions, paid work. So yeah, so those are some of my thoughts around that, and supplies and harassment and programs to help people. And yeah, take care of yourself, guys, and have a great week. And if you have any questions or concerns or thoughts, please let me know. Leave a comment and hit the like button, and remember to subscribe and hit the notifications. Have a great week. Peace out.